Hey, well, thanks for joining me, guys. First of all, thanks a lot. Enjoying a tour with Everclear, I assume. How long?
Uh, well, we've been on the road with these guys. Yeah, about 2 weeks with these guys. We did. It just seems like it's been lumped in with the rest of the touring we've done. This is probably about 11 and a half months, and it's time to go home. Yeah, I miss my dog.
You almost made it. You're in Calgary.
Yeah,
You guys still
close.
keep home for Hannah, or are you guys going back to Van?
No, back to Vancouver. This is pretty close to home, though. It's not too bad. All of our friends, like we had, these shows get pretty crazy because a lot of our friends and family come down because it is so close to where we're from, so it's pretty cool.
Well, you guys have been touring the state here for, oh God, more than 2 years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You guys getting antsy to play some new stuff, or you been able to do that in these shows?
We've been playing brand new material for the last year, and there's just more and more new stuff. I mean, so now when it's time to go in and record this next record, we've played this stuff to probably 750,000 people, and it's been a good testing market for us. You know, we've got a chance to see what works and what doesn't work, and it's nice to be able to use a crowd for that.
Cool. So how close are you guys to getting back into the studio then?
March, trying to get in March. We've got this, we finished this off, and then we have like 5 days off, and then he has to do some more press, and then in the middle of February or the 20th or something, we go to Europe for 2 weeks. And I guess we just got released there last month. They never tell us. So we got released there last month, and so we're going to do some press for like 2 weeks, just Chad and I, and then get back and record March, get it done.
Couldn't bear to go on the road again, and try and smoke.
I was like, it's done. Like, I don't mind doing it. I really don't. Especially when in the States, when you really have to lay your tracks, get down there, do all the work, get your hands dirty. And that's been great for us. We've made some pretty good relationships down there with bands and fans and radio stations and stuff. So that's cool. But it's time for new stuff, man. It's been over. By the time it gets released, hopefully late summer, it'll be like over 2.5 years since we released it in Canada. And I mean, if I liked a band, I'd want them to put an album earlier than that.
More frequently than that, for sure.
We're trying.
Cool. Well, after all that time, I mean, what has changed since 2.5 years? I mean, obviously, has the sound evolved at all in that time, or?
Oh yeah, I think it has to. I mean, we get sick if it's the exact same kind of stuff we were spilling out every time. So it's like everybody's kind of. The songs evolve kind of on stage because, like you said, we do a lot of the stuff on stage, the new stuff, and we're trying to make this possibly like this a little more diverse. This album, it's going to be maybe a little heavier, a little lighter in some spots. So because it's just, I don't want to get locked down into this is all this band does, and for some bands that works. I don't want to be those kind of bands. So
For us, it's we're kind of lucky because we don't really have a lot of boundaries set on us. We can write light songs and we can write incredibly heavy songs, and neither one of them, we could play them for an audience, and at no point in time would they stand there and go, well, Jesus, this is a stretch for Nickelback. We don't really have those boundaries set, thank God, and we can now go on this next record and we can go lighter and do something even more accessible, and we can do something even crunchier and heavier than anything that we've done before. So if we just keep that boundary open, there's never going to be a surprise. It's never going to be like, you're not going to be listening to. Well, you can take. There's a million examples. You listen to Filter's first record with "Hey Man, Nice Shot" with a lot of screaming, a lot of guitars, yada yada yada, and then it moves into Take a Picture. Now a lot of people are going to say, well, that's a stretch for them. Had they done Take a Picture and Hey Man, Nice Shot on the same album, then nobody ever would have said that in the first place, right? And there's a million bands that have sort of changed their sound and had left a lot of their hardcore fans standing going, I don't get it. What's with the big change? So I don't ever want Nickelback fans to be saying that. I want them to say, this is the song, this is the kind of song that I fell in love with, and that's why I like this band, and I will always want to give a a decent diet of those songs. You know, you can't please everybody all the time, but we're gonna try and please more than most of the people most of the time.
Well, when you guys started out, when this album first came out, you guys were still doing it yourself, very business oriented with you guys. Now, has that changed much? I mean, getting onto the major, do you guys still have a lot of control over that sort of thing, or were you happy to relinquish that?
Well, we do have, I'd say, still a lot of control, just because we're control freaks to an extent with that. Because especially in the States, it's a whole different animal down there, and you have to at one point let it go and say, okay, you guys, I know what you're doing, but in the same breath, we're still hopping down their throats sometimes, going, okay, this spins are down here, why, blah blah blah, kind of going on about that kind of stuff, and just kind of keeping a good handle on things, because you can just let things slide and let record companies do what they want and take you as a band and do whatever they want with it, and then all of a sudden you're not that band you started out being. And I think we're a pain in the ass to them that way, because we're always phoning and bugging them and stuff, and really kind of try to be on top of it. I'm not saying that we know everything about the business, but we know enough that I think we can keep a good handle on it, and they know that they can only take us so far without letting us know what's going on. So.
And in the same breath, stemming from all of the dirty work that we did as an independent band, from being our own record company to being our own management company to being our own distribution company, it was a nice weight off the shoulders to be able to pass the torch and not have to worry about all the day-to-day crap that you have to do. It was it was nice to get management. It was nice to get not one but two record companies. It was nice to get a publishing company. It was nice to get a booking agent and get all these things to handle all of these duties, all these people in place. So that was a nice load. That way, we can concentrate on being musicians the way it should be. We can just worry about writing good songs and being entertainers. That's what we are, instead of being a record company and all the other.
Still, what a hell of an advantage over a lot of your other guys. You've learned a lot and stuff.
I'm glad we had it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that's a big part of your rise to success here, is being from that indie?
I think it's got something to do with it. Yeah. I think luck has a lot to do with it. I think obviously opportunity is good. I think decent songs.
We had a lot of luck.
No,
it wasn't that much luck.
I would say. I don't think any band can make it. I mean, very few bands can make it with sheer hard work. That's it. There's always opportunity of this happening and this coming together at the right time, and just having that door to walk through. When we went down the States, it was that window at the right time.
The things that happened to us in the U.S. over the last year. That's been a lot more luck. Tours that we've been on have been phenomenal. We've played with, we've done tour festivals with Godsmack and Stone Temple Pilots to 35,000, 40,000 people. In that sense, for sure. But when you ask the question, do you attribute that to the rise of your success? I don't see luck as a part of it, because there was so many times when we needed luck on our side and it just was not there.
I disagree. I think we've had some luck. I think we have.
Really?
I have to say. I mean, not all the time, but I mean, maybe not luck is the wrong word then. Opportunity. We've had an opportunity to get screwed over at this part and go, okay, I'm not going to let that happen to me. I'm not going to let that happen to me again. And then the situation comes again where that could happen to you, and you're just like, well, we learned the first time it's not happening. Then that's when things snowball from there, and you kind of get on the right track. So.
Well, I have to ask you guys about the Juno nomination for Best Group. Some interesting competition there. How are you guys going to feel? B44 beats you guys here.
I'm not even going to go. No, I don't know. I don't even know who they are. I've just seen that one video. I don't know. I think Kitty would probably get it. I actually do. They're.
Are you guys going? Are you gonna?
We're not going to be here. I think the other two guys will go. I think Mike and Vic will go.
Do you know how people get Junos?
How do they do it?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but is there not 6 or 12 people that just decide whether or not you get the Juno?
No comment.
That's our record company.
It's possible.
That's a possibility. I think it'd be nicer if they sent 100 ballots to different cities, and you had a nice cross section of people going, you know, I want to vote for this and I want to vote for this, and there was actually some voting going on instead of a panel deciding whether or not you get this award and get the recognition that you deserve. Instead of people saying, yeah, well, this band that is in everybody's faces, that sold way more records than anybody else, that nobody, you know, that 13-year-old girls really love, but the rest of the population can't stand. You know, I'm not being specific. I'm just, I don't know.
We have no idea who you're talking about.
I like some ketchup with my foot.
No worries. Okay, cool. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate talking to us.
Pleasure, man.
All right.